gonna get right to it. What's going on, y'all? If you saw the last, there was a live post up from um last week because I a crazy had crazy people over here trying to hang out with your boy because I couldn't leave the crib because I was messed up from the little vehicle accident, which had me out. Y'all saw I got hit by an 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler was in the left lane. I was in the right lane by the Braves old stadium in Atlanta, if y'all from Atlanta, which is now Georgia State Stadium. Um, and it was raining, and I got on the side of the 18-wheeler, pull up on the side, and the 18-wheeler is on the line. And I'm like, yo, don't she see me over here? I was worried, like, yo, does she see me over here? And I got like in front of her, but I'm in my lane. So the back of my car is at the front of the 18-wheeler. And I'm just sitting there, the traffic stopped, and boom. Man, I'm talking about, man, I got that whiplash. And then when I turned and looked, and her car was pushing me across the other lane, it was cars over there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. She about to smash me to the other cars. Other cars swerved out the way, made a hole. She almost pushed me on the side of the road. We got over to the side. And when we got over to the side, this I don't know why. I don't anybody from the ATL know that if you buy the Braves, the old Braves Stadium, that's not Clayton County. But 911 kept going to Clayton County. Clayton County arguing with the Atlanta PD. Long story short, I got hit and was there for like 3 hours. It took 3 hours for any ambulance, any police. The police officer got there. They kept riding by. And so Clayton County police will ride by like this is not our jurisdiction. Atlanta will lie, say they can't see us. It was a big old mess, man. It was a big old mess. 3 hours on Friday before I even received any kind of help or any kind of treatment. So, ongoing situation. My car is all smashed up. So that's where your boy been at, man. So I'm gonna get right into this right here, just to have it all set up from everything that we know so far from Tory Lanez's case. I'm gonna tell you right now with what I'm seeing, what I say if I was a juror, if he was innocent or guilty. So the facts that we know of right now is that Meg Thee Stallion was with her friend all day long drinking at Kylie Jenner's pool party. Tory Lanez arrived at the pool party a little bit later. People try to speculate and be like, try to say who all in their right mind or whatnot. I don't really think that matters at this point. Good morning, clean black sneakers. Y'all hear my Frenchie snoring. Little man. Here, go in there. Go in there. Go. Yeah, he want to be by my side, so y'all may hear him snore. He gonna pass out in a second. So we got all parties there at the Kylie Jenner party. There's some kind of minor dispute where Meg Thee Stallion left with a friend, but they were arguing about both of them messing around with Tory Lanez. They leave. Meg Thee Stallion says she left the shoe. She comes back, get the shoe. Then they leave again, and they're arguing. So this is where the tricky part comes in. That her friend is upset at her because allegedly she's sleeping around with Tory Lanez, and her friend was sleeping around with Tory Lanez. They're arguing in the car. When they pull over, there's a dispute in details on whether or not they bumped into each other, the two women, meaning Meg Thee Stallion and her friend, or if they got into an all-out fight. Now, if I'm a juror, and I will look at this video testimony of Meg Thee Stallion's friend saying that Tory shot Meg Thee Stallion. And then she takes the stand and says that I told the prosecution this because I felt like I was pressured. And they ask her, why were you pressured? And she says, because you guys kept calling. And then social media. Now, again, I'm looking at this like the believability of this person. I have two stories here. I have one where she says that she heard Torey say "dance, bitch, dance" and shot. And then she got one where she said, she never heard anybody say anything like that. We have gunpowder residue that would only come if you were really near a firearm and shot a firearm. Coming from Tory Lanez, this is a fact. Gunshot residue from Tory Lanez, gunshot residue from Meg Thee Stallion. Friend, Meg Thee Stallion. They both have motive. Meg Thee Stallion is fighting with both of them. Tory from flirting with Kylie. And then her friend, because they both were sleeping with Tory. Messed up situation. Gunshot residue is on both of their hands. What I wanted out of this case, I wanted clear shot proof to show me someone is a disgusting individual, because either A, Meg Thee Stallion is a disgusting individual for lying on someone that serious. To me, is no different than someone making a false rape charge. That would make you a really horrible human being. Or B, you would be a really horrible human being if you shot a woman. Now, here's something where I do feel like Torey is a horrible person before we even get to that. That a gun was pulled out, that a gun was even present in that situation. I don't care if someone shot somebody or not, or did anything. Why is the gun pulled out if you're arguing with a woman? That's bananas to me. But again, if we go, who shot Megan? So I'm gonna do it two ways. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened, like a regular person, but I'm gonna tell you if I'm a juror. Let's get the juror out of the way first. If I'm a juror, two people have motive, two people have gun residue in their hands, two people have conflicting statements. That's enough for me to acquit him, because I can't say for 100% certain that I know that Torey did it. So there's no way I feel like Torey gonna be guilty on this. If Torey, unless something else new comes out after this recording, there's no way, because enough has been presented already to show doubt. There's no way. But that's me as a juror. Let me go me as a human being. Let me tell you what I think happened. I don't think that Torey said dance, bitch, dance, and we got multiple people here. This is clear cut. He's done. He's cooked. I don't think that was said. I think that a gun was drawn and Torey and Meg's friend was in some kind of dispute fighting over it. You got to be really close for the only two people that have gun residue on their hand. On their hand. It'd be different if Torey had gun residue on his hand and she had residue on her shoulder. I'd be looking like Torey shot and she close enough to gun residue got on her. They both had it. That looks like they fighting, arguing some kind of disputed gun, and it went off. But if what I say is true, if that's what happened, I still will have to leave the situation not knowing who's a disgusting individual. Because if you Meg and you walking away, motherfuckers arguing back there, and the dude pull out a gun and boom, you a gunshot. Understand why Meg would think that Torey shot her. I can understand why conflicting statements would be given in this situation, because if both of them was fighting for this gun and both of them are in trouble, so now they got to defend. They got to fend for themselves. She got to I ain't do it. Torey got to be like, I ain't do it. That's the most logical explanation, is that Torey and this other girl, I'm sorry I don't remember her name, was fighting over this gun. Something had and it went off. Now something that's messing up my head. Something that's messing up my head that can just throw this whole theory out. And it looks like somebody shot at her purposely. If this was an accident and they fighting over it, the gun residue on both of them, why was multiple shots fired? Kelsey, thank you. Why was multiple shots? If I'm tussling with you, it'd be like, pow, like you're instantly gonna stop right there. Why was multiple shots fired her way? That is confusing to me. There is one piece of thing where I can say that it's leaning towards that someone is a horrible, disgusting individual, and that would be Meg the Stallion is a horrible individual because Meg the Stallion said, dance, bitch, dance. Kelsey has immunity except for perjury. That's it. She has immunity on everything as long except for a lie on the stand. What's up, my man C Ward? So that means there's no reason for her to lie on the stand. If she said on the stand, I shot Megan, she won't go to jail. She has immunity from what happened. She only does not have immunity from lying on the stand. Once I gave her that, that makes me lean towards that what she's saying on the stand is true. And her previous statements was not true. Because this is the only way she can go to jail. Get on a good foot. Meg and Kelsey could have been fighting over the gun. Let me put this up here. See how this looks. Hold on. Yeah, but see, this I don't care about that. I know like that's gossipy, good news for the hip hop community. But as far as trial, I don't care that she said that she wasn't sleeping with Torey. I think it's stupid that she lied on a show like that because there'll be multiple things that could disprove that. There'll be multiple text messages and stuff. You know, when you mess around with somebody, I think that what she did was stupid. But like, I don't think that like it has anything to do with the case. So someone said Meg and Kelsey could have been fighting over the gun, and Torey steps in to stop it. So, but like, he not fighting with Meg over the gun if she's walking away. Her back, her back is towards them, walking away when the shots are fired. And anyway, how can you fight over a gun? I'm gonna go back to it. That seems weird. How can you, even if I think it's Kelsey and Torey fighting over the gun, they're the two people out of the four people there that has gun residue on their hand. How can multiple shots be fired? That's weird. That's gonna always throw a wrench in there. It'd be so easy if it was just one shot fired. I don't understand how you can tussle and shoot more than one time. Here's what I don't like about society, though, that's on this case, right? And I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Yo, Meg was shot. They when you try to put it like, oh no, she just got glass in her foot. Even if the bullet didn't hit her, it hit something close by with glass and it popped in her foot. We gotta stop pretending like she wasn't shot at. You can be like, you can argue she was shot at by accident or shot at on purpose. But we gotta throw out the notion that Meg wasn't shot at. Bullets were fired. Unless you saying when they pulled over their car, all the individuals got out of the car, and some random dude like the JF Kennedy file when that neighborhood was leaning on the fence and decided to shoot at them. But then if that was the case, that's crazy and far-fetched. But even if that's the way you want to go, all of them would have the same story. All of them would have easily said somebody we don't know, but they got a gun and they got residue on two people there. So someone in that party shot at Meg the Stallion. That's true. We just don't know if it was on accident or on purpose. Am I missing something here? I just don't. I know because people want to build a narrative that Meg the Stallion just made all of this up and stepped on glass. You got to throw that out now. She didn't have an argument, got mad, stepped on glass, and then just made it up and said somebody shot at her. We know bullets were fired. More than one bullets were fired. Two people got gun residue on their hands. Stop it. You got to stop it now. You can hate Meg all you want. You can hate Torey all you want. But shots were fired. And it seemed like shots was fired from someone in that party. Yeah, and neighbors called because of gunshots. No one online right now should be saying that Megan just made this whole thing up and got mad and she stung glass. Megan still looked like a horrible person if she's saying he said dance, bitch, dance. And he didn't say that. Let me tell you why. To the best defense she would have would be, I know that Torey shot me. She feels it so strongly that Torey shot her. There's no reason to lie on him. Well, it's not bad if I lie on Torey and make it look more evidence. If I just lie on purpose to make it look like he shot at me, it doesn't matter if I lie and do that because he in fact shot at me. Even if you feel that way, that's the best defense you can have by making up some dance, bitch, dance. Even if she felt that way, like it don't matter if I lie on him because he did shoot at me. That's a fact that happened to me. It makes you a horrible person because we've seen so many situations where people think something's true. We've seen so much. One thing I'll throw in there, kind of a segue. Most of y'all probably ain't watched this, but I watched that dating show called Love Is Blind, and the most complex shit happened on there because it was the first time we saw actual gaslighting and how powerful gaslighting can be. So I'll break down and give y'all like the scenario that happened. On the reunion, this woman on the reunion said that the guy that she was dating on the show would put her down by eating and try to control what she eats and try to make her look like she fat. And she said this story about how they were in the kitchen and she pulled up two little tangerines and he was like, yo, that, you gonna eat that? And she said that he was saying it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch how much you fucking eat, because he want to control her eating to keep her small. And all the women on that show believe her and they hated this guy, made this guy look real bad. She said, play the footage. The guy saying play the footage. For the first time in reality show history, I ain't never seen this happen. After a season is over with, after a reunion is over with, they went back and played that scene. Everything she said happened that he did. But it was so different than how she was making it look. And it showed you how people have a different perception than reality. Did he say, are you going to eat both of those tangerines? He absolutely said that. But guess what he was worried about? He wanted her to eat. He was telling her, hey, save some appetite because we're going to have a big old meal tonight. And then she was like, I only ate a banana today. And then he said, you only ate a banana today? I tried to give you more food. Why you didn't eat that? So that's that sentence right there that he tried to give her more food. He don't give a damn about how much she eat. He's not trying to make her skinny. He want her to be fed and happy. But in her delusional brain, because of the previous trauma she had, she threw this lie on this guy and buried this motherfucking guy. And if Netflix would have never played that scene, he would have been a villain. So I go back to this situation and go like, if you walk away and you arguing this shit, and Torey gun pulls out, you see shots fired, it hit glass, it hit your foot. So you think, so Meg could pass a lot of tests. She really believes Torey did it. So since she really believes it, I'm gonna put on more shit to make him look like he did it. I'm gonna say he said, dance, bitch, dance. I'm gonna throw that in there. But in this situation, there is no reality show to go back and play the scene of what happened. What we know for a fact is that gun residue was on two individual hands that she had an issue with. Her friend Kelsey, they haven't been friends since that night, and her and Torey, who haven't slept together or messed around and talked to that night. I think honestly, she don't want to admit it because when you believe something so strongly, I don't think that Meg is lying. I think that she really believes that Torey shot at her on purpose. But the reality of the situation, she doesn't know. She doesn't know who shot her. She doesn't know if it was on accident or not. She wasn't looking. Due to what I'm saying right here, if I were a juror, I would let him go. I will let him go. And it's crazy to have a scenario where there's 4 people on a scene and don't nobody know who shot who. That's crazy to me. We don't know Megan or Kelsey, so we can't say who's the better liar. Yeah, we know for a fact Kelsey is lying. All Kelsey is doing is trying to say why she lied. She told the police in her statement another story. Torey shot Megan. He said, dance, bitch, dance. She gets on the stand. She says, I never saw Torey shoot at Megan. No one ever heard anybody say, dance, bitch, dance. No witness heard that or can show that. No one. That's a lie. Those are two different statements. But that hurts the prosecution. That hurts the prosecution. No, I don't think it's a mistrial. I just think he's gonna get acquitted. But someone said I can't say it's an accident because multiple shots were fired. That's the tricky part right there. But I wonder what America's gonna do, Flow Easy. Is America gonna focus on that? They're not gonna focus on that because in the hip hop world, it's divided. You either believe Torey is innocent and you think you hate Meg, like DJ Academics, he's waiting for her to get embarrassed if Torey's found not guilty, or you love Meg and you ignore it. But like, I'm being unbiased here. I'm just laying out the facts that they've been presented, and I'll change it as more testimony comes on and do more lives. But as it's laid out right now, yo, that's some. Let's say if Dance Bitch Dance was real. Let's say if he really said it. That's the most damaging thing. The most damaging because that shows intent. Dance Bitch Dance. Pow, pow, pow. That one said. So right now, the real thing that's a fact that we know is a fact, that's the most damaging thing, is that multiple shots was fired. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of a case of someone accidentally firing more than one time? We're not talking about semi-automatic. We're not talking. You can hit trigger one time on semi-automatic. You can get multiple shots, but we just talking about a regular handgun. It wouldn't matter to me. It's irrelevant if the two women fought. So I'm not like, it's not like I don't know the details. I was only focused was how is it relative if she got into a fight with Kelsey in the back? Because what are you saying that gives Kelsey motive? Well, Torey has motive as well too. She's in a big argument with Torey, so that doesn't matter. I think it would matter if they both got into a fight if gun residue was on Meg's hand and Kelsey's hand. There was no gun residue on Meg's hand, so she didn't shoot herself. There was residue on Kelsey and Torey. I ain't mean to shoot him 7 times. It was an accident. Yeah, he had a 9. Yeah. I believe the girls were fighting and the friend tried to shoot Meg and Torey tried to stop her. But they presented in trial that Torey said that Kelsey did not fire a gun. My nigga, if I'm sleeping with 2 chicks and one of the 2 chicks I'm sleeping with shoot at the other chick, and I know that they trying to say that I shot somebody, I'm not finna freaking sit up here and lie. Why would someone do that? Why would he say that Kelsey didn't shoot? I'm not. I'm saying, kid, bitch was arguing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, they fought. They, you know what I'm saying? She shot at her. I'm not finna say she didn't shoot when the only other suspect is me because gun residue on my hand. He's on record saying this. I don't know when you jumped in, Dave, but I never made a case that Torey shot at her. I said that if I was a juror, I wouldn't know because both of them had gun residue on their hands, so I would acquit Torey. Yeah, and then the counter argument, I just heard that right before I went live. The counter argument is that Torey doesn't run his page, somebody else does. This is what I'm saying. Like, I've probably been a better lawyer. If I'd have went to school, bruh, the defense went up there and said and proved that another person runs Torey. And their evidence was the guy said, I'm the only one with access to Torey's account. And then Torey's account clicked like on that. And the defense is trying to say, another guy said he runs it, and then here come Torey. Torey verifies that someone else runs it. Torey's sitting right there in court. The defense, his lawyers are saying that Torey verified that this guy run his account. Well, if Torey verified that, that means that Torey has access to his account too. If someone runs my social media You know what I'm saying? If someone runs my and I'm on trial for my life, right? And they are saying that I run John's social media, and I posted that Torey said that Kelsey didn't do it. He just made this shit up on my account. That motherfucker would be fired. He would be out of here. I'm fine for my life, and you put shit like that on my main account, right? But Torey liked it. Torey don't have a statement saying not anything else. On this day, this person ran my shit, and this person put a tweet. He liked it from his account. Who's most likely, if someone runs your account, they may post the outfit you got on. They're going to post some other shit. They're not going to post nothing on a trial you find for your life for. So, yes, celebrities have multiple people running their page. But when it's something that detailed like that, if I'm believing Torey posted the shit. The same Torey who has access to it, who gives y'all quarantine radio. He's in his shit. He opens his own phone and he goes live. That's just me. Yeah, I saw the same thing you saw, Aaron. I literally just saw that. When the detective saw it, I saw the testimony, I heard the testimony, and I heard the rebuttal testimony. And I'm explaining to you the rebuttal testimony. There's a rebuttal testimony. So, like, if I thought one of them shot me, I would pay them back. No fucks given. Aaron, who doesn't know Torey's on a gag order? I don't understand that. Like, who doesn't know that? What does being on a gag order have to do at all with me as a man saying something was posted on my social media pertaining to a case I'm involved in? I did not post that. Someone else was running my account and they posted that. That has nothing to do with a gag order. Yeah, Megan was injured by bullets, period. Someone is responsible. Someone in that group shot at Megan. There was no guy behind the gate like JFK. Someone shot at Megan multiple times. I can't say for a fact that multiple times is not an accident. I just see it's more plausible that multiple times looks like something with intent. It's kind of crazy, like out of all the things in the world, that's like two people can get off, right? Look how two people can get off. Torey can go to trial. He can get off because you don't know if it was Kelsey. Then they can try Kelsey, and she can get off because you don't know it was Torey. It was like 99.99% chance. You know, anybody talking about the other witness, other guy that was there. One of them did it. One of them did it. So two things, Aaron. Number one, I already said on this live, I specifically said I'm going by now, and I'll go live again as it goes on. But number two, a defense is showing what they feel when they go and cross-examine. Just like when the prosecution said that Torey posted on his social media that Kelsey didn't shoot. And then the defense crossed them and pointed out that someone else runs Torey's social media. That's what I'm saying. But I will say this, as the audience, it should be over with. We should stop saying that Megan lied and stepped on glass and no one shot at her. At least at that very minimum, we got to stop saying that. She literally was shot at. Yeah. One of the reasons when you see somebody on a RICO case, and they don't just say their involvement, they go to say every detail. Like Sammy the Bull had to say 100% every murder he did, every single detail. It's because that's in the agreement, right? Kelsey's agreement is the only way you can get arrested would be if you lie on the stand. We don't give a fuck what you did. You know what I'm saying? You could say, I'm the one who said dance, bitch, dance, and I'm the one that shot at her, and they can't do nothing to her. The only thing they can do to her would be if she lied on the stand. And she took the stand, knowing she has immunity from her actions, knowing she has to tell the truth or she's going to go to jail. She said, I didn't shoot Meg. You can take that for whatever it's worth. Are you behind on the stream? You keep embarrassing yourself. It's embarrassing what you're saying. You keep saying shit we already know. I don't give a damn if your mom a judge. What does your mom being a judge have to do with anything? You haven't said anything other than what we are already saying. Like you said, who is the question? The whole stream right now is about who is the question. The whole thing is about who is the question. We're all saying the same thing you're saying, and none of our parents have been judges for 30 years. So we don't need the fallacy. She was the one who said it in the first place. Yep. Fact. Kelsey has two different versions. Kelsey lied. Fact. Meg lied. Multiple, they all have excuses of why they lied. Meg said nobody shot at her. She stepped on glass. She said the reason, but we black people, we don't snitch on each other. And even though she was mad at him, that was kind of cool. But she had to go back and think about that. Like, damn, somebody fucking shot at me. That's an excuse of why she lied. But the fact is, she lied. I think the police gave her immunity because they were so fixated on that Torey did it. And why, I mean, I can understand why they be leaning that way. A woman was shot at multiple times by a guy with gun residue on his hand, and it was his gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in this case, I don't know if there's anything better the prosecution could do, because one of the reasons they try everybody together is for situations like this. So you can't say, "Oh, he did it," and then you get off, and then he go to trial like, "No, I didn't do it," and the other person come back and be like, "Nah, I really did it." But in this case, you couldn't try both of them unless they were working together to shoot Meg. So it's just a fucked up situation, because I don't know how the prosecution can get around that. You can. There's a strong case to lean this that Kelsey shot him, and then there's a strong case to lean that Daystar shot him. So it's very, very interesting to say the least. But what I will say is this: in my opinion, I don't think Meg is lying when she says she thinks that Tory Lane shot her. I think Meg believes she's telling the truth. She didn't see it. Her back was turned. In her brain, she believes. I believe if you hook Meg the Stallion up to a lie detector test, she really believes that Tory shot at her. But in my opinion, she don't know who shot at her. You don't know that. You got two motherfuckers you beef with at the same time. Both of them got gun residue on their hand. Yeah, the drink with gun. Yeah, so but because I'm looking for, I walked into this case trying to see, is Meg a liar and willing to throw someone in jail that she know didn't do nothing wrong, or is Tory a bitch ass nigga that would shoot at a woman? And I'm gonna leave here, and I'm not gonna have that answer. The transparency in this scandal reminds me of how old I'm getting. Back in the day, none of those details would be this accessible. Yep. Yeah, I think it's a big drunken mess, and Meg and Kelsey are embarrassed to the point they're not wanting to be completely honest about what happened. Which did they say where the bullets match from those two guns, clean black sneakers? I'm gonna keep following this, and the next time I follow, I'm gonna be posting more videos and stuff like I'm doing, so we can sit and watch, and we can see the details live. I just wanted to pop my cherry and come back from my vehicle accident to put this right here out. But I will make sure that I stay on this right here and keep covering. I think it's going every day now because yesterday was Kelsey's second time doing her testimony. But I'm gonna tell you right now, he's gonna get off. If he don't get off, man, it's messed up. Even if he did it, we're not talking about like if he did it or not. I'm talking about the major doubt presented. Everybody lying. There's another suspect with a strong motive that they said that's leaning towards they got into a fight, her and Kelsey. If he don't get off, it's sort of like OJ. I think OJ did it, but I think OJ should have got off. Every evidence, the blood evidence was tainted. It looked like blood that came from the lab because that lab stuff in it. So that shouldn't be in it if you took it from the scene. The shoes and stuff, instead of it going to the police department and went inside a police officer trunk and he took it home, breaking the chain of commandment. Someone illegally jumping over his gate, his fence. I think OJ did it. But if I was a juror, I would have said OJ not guilty because the strong stuff the police had, they put doubt in every evidence. So I'm saying, even if Torey said dance, bitch, and purposely shot at Meg, he should get off. He should get off because of the amount of doubt that has been presented, especially with another person with a strong motive that could have shot her as well with gun residue on her hand. So, sexy, boy. Sexy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Flo, I really wish that airbag would have went off because like when you see the damage to my car, they trying their hardest not to say it's total. I want my car to be total so freaking bad, bro. Please let my car be total. I want my car to be total so bad. Like they smashed that whole left rear when she came into the lane and pushed me over. But we'll see, man. Never thought of this case being a modern day OJ Nicole. Exactly, man. Hey. And then it probably happened somewhere close by in the neighborhood. That was in the hills in LA. Probably been close by. But I certain things, I'm gonna get ready to close this up. Certain things I feel that I got now. I know that Meg was shot at. Fact. She was shot at. I just never thought I'd be in a situation where there's like 4 people there and no one knows who pulled the trigger. Thank you, man. Glad I'm good too, man. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of investigators trying to watch my whole life and pick up my social media because you don't want to pay me the money you're going to pay me for my bail. When I say I'm glad I'm fine, my leg's still jacked up. My left leg still jacked up. Just putting my leg still jacked up. All right, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all hold it down. I got some place to be, but I'll be live this weekend. On this, so much stuff that happened. I'll be live on this. Oh my God, so much has happened all the way to the Kanye West and the Nazis. I ain't been live on a lot of all the big stuff that happened while I was gone. I'm going live on to put my opinion out there. So y'all hold it down, man. Let me know.